Well, on this series of the FHS podcast, we have the general manager of the Mandarin Oriental Al Faisaliah Hotel in Riyadh, Richard Johnson, hosted by yours truly, Jonathan Worsley. Richard, welcome to this podcast and great seeing you from afar.
Great seeing you as well, Jonathan, virtually and personally. The day is almost among us.
And yes, exactly. Very soon we will be together in person. And I mean, I must say, Richard, it is so exciting for us to be hosted by yourselves and Al Khuzama, your owners, for the Future Hospitality Summit around the corner from the 7th to the 9th of May. And we have loved working with your team, the collaboration, and everything else that's gone with it. But now tell us a little bit about the Al Faisaliah Hotel and why it is so special and iconic in Saudi.
Well, Jonathan, I've been very blessed to be part of this great organization and welcomed very well here in the kingdom. And I have to say, the property and the environment has exceeded my expectations. What makes the property very special is its history. Ever since 2000, with the attachment of the mall as well and all the great restaurant outlets that are represented here, world class brands, that it continues to grow and be an icon. It has a great history. If you speak to any local Saudi, they'll tell you the times when they were much younger, 20 years ago, plus that they used to visit this area. And as you know, the tower itself was one of the first skyscrapers here in the kingdom. So it has a love of the community, and you just can't put a price on that.
And you have a real focus on F&B as well, don't you, at the hotel?
Yes, our owners are brave enough to venture out there and bring aboard some very iconic brands that are recognized globally. Le Petit Maison, Mamo, Miraki, among a few. So that very well welcomed and will be very well welcomed by the guests that are staying with us, Jonathan, for future Hotel Summit or whatever, if they're corporate guests or group guests. They really enjoy these iconic food and beverage offerings that are so close to us and attached to the building and within the confines of the building.
Well, we really look forward to the GRIF program, the Global Restaurant Investment Forum, where we have our culinary tours on the Sunday, the 7th of May, where your business
Mm.
leaders of each of those outlets or the chefs are going to be showcasing those restaurants to us. So that's going to be absolutely fascinating. In terms of the Saudi right now is one of the fastest uh, growing countries in the world in terms of its GDP. Um, how is that reflected in the performance of the hotel at the moment?
Jonathan, we've seen and witnessed and realizing right now a great influx of corporate business. Everyone's eager to come to the kingdom. I have to say, it's the consulting hub of the globe. I've met so many different consulting firms that are represented here locally now in the kingdom and that are helping with His Highness's vision, his 2030 vision, bring aboard these incredible developments.
Yeah, truly exciting. Now, you've traveled around the world. You've been in Kuala Lumpur, I believe, working for Mandarin Oriental and Dubai, of course. To you, is this one of the most exciting positions in your lifetime?
I have to say, as I said, Jonathan, earlier, it's exceeded my expectations. And as we know, when you have a family and they come with you, it has exceeded their expectations as well. I have to say that the kingdom has been very well welcomed to me and my family, and the Saudis are just wonderful to work with. They're so warm and friendly, And now that the globe is having the opportunity to visit the kingdom, they're realizing it's just my voice, but I hear it the voice of the customer as well.
Yeah, that's great. Um, Now we have a session. We've got dozens of sessions with industry leaders throughout the 3-day conference coming up, and we've got your CEO James Riley speaking. We also have your CEO of Al Kazama. Your owner is speaking. Um, with James Riley speaking, and your experience of the brand, what does luxury mean to you?
Well, luxury, I've learned in this environment is space. Definitely space. The bigger the space, the better. Um, and I know that the Saudi taste for luxury is very well defined and representative of them staying all over the globe here. Luxury is being associated to a great designer like we have, Adam Tahani, who's designed these incredible guest rooms. We have a deluxe room that's been designed by our owners and Adam Tahani, 66 square meters. There's nothing like it in the kingdom. Very attention to detail and world class.
Yeah, you kindly showed me around the hotel when I was last there, and those suites and rooms are just extraordinary, just beautiful. Um, so, why do you think the hotel works so well for a summit like ours?
Well, one is we have one of the largest ballrooms, pillarless in the kingdom, and that lends itself to influx of large gatherings, and that's been very well received by the community. There's a history behind that. His Highness visited here many times in the past, and I think it's indicative of having this ballroom incorporated and hidden away such in such a great design manner that it doesn't intrude upon the hotel. And that's really helped us capture, large groups. And now we're in the process of Ramadan, and we're hosting anywhere from 1,500 to 1,800 guests a day.
Yeah, it's a great venue, and we're we're certainly thrilled to be in that venue for the main conference and the exhibition area. Um, Richard, in terms of the sessions that we have lined up over those 3 days, uh, what which of those sessions would you go to in terms of some of the challenges and issues you're facing as a leader? Which one would you go to and try to help, progress in terms of the growth and to meet with Vision 2030? Which area? Is it staffing? Is it cost, construction costs, which we have panels on? Is it the luxury panel?
I would have to say staffing, Jonathan. The kingdom is growing so quickly. It's just a matter of being able to help support that growth. And I think I look forward to understanding what dynamics the consultants and the speakers can bring to the table to give us that reassurance that, as we grow and as we grow quickly, that we have those processes in place to be able to not only hire our local Saudis and get the Saudiization even to higher levels that it is. I look forward to attending that as well.
Excellent. Yeah, no, it's a big issue, isn't it, right now? And how are you as a business? How are you managing that whole process in terms of staffing?
Well, we have great support from our owners, Jonathan. We have a manager training program that we have captured a multitude of local Saudis, and they're in a year-long process here in the hotel, understanding the dynamics of managing a property and learning all the different departments, and at which point they get the opportunity to travel to other Mandarin Orientals, and work abroad. And some of them have already done that for several months and been requested to stay longer, Jonathan. So I think we have a great process in place to help us support. His Highness's Vision 2030, and not only that, but to grow the Saudiization in the hotel, where they become the leaders of the hotel, and they are already been promoted to a point where taking on more and more responsibility, and this is a great thing for the kingdom.
Fantastic. That's excellent. Richard, well, listen, I look forward to seeing you very soon from the 7th to the 9th of May and having this fantastic event with you. We've thoroughly enjoyed the partnership with yourselves, with Al Kazama, and I very much look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity, Jonathan. I look forward to seeing you personally again.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Future Hospitality Summit podcast. For more information, visit www.futurehospitalitysummit.com.